3 minutes in the description below. I'm just going to wait for some people to jump on because it's always live. If you're wanting to see the Virgo reads for Sun, Rising, Moon, Venus and North Node, they are on also the live section of my channel. I haven't done any over the past couple of days, but I will be starting them again from today. Okay, so let's do some shuffling. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. See what's here for the collective for today. Just wait for some more people to jump on. If you're jumping on live, this is the daily collective and it will start at 3 minutes. Hi Sadie, this is not a live free readings, this is just the daily collective, but I'm happy for you to definitely stick around for the reading. It will start at 3 minutes. Hi Lord, how are you? The reading will start at 3 minutes. We're doing a daily collective. This is not a free readings live, okay? I will be doing those again next week, but I will be doing a daily, so I hope you enjoy it and hopefully you can stay on. The timestamp will be below for those watching after the live at 3 minutes, okay? So I hope you can stick around and we'll get into it very soon. For those jumping on, welcome. This is a daily collective. It is not a free live readings, but you're welcome to stay on and watch. It will start in a second, and here we are. Here we are. Welcome to your daily collective, and I hope everyone's doing amazingly well. While I was shuffling the Rider-Waite-Smith deck to get things moving and get things ready, the Chariot came out twice, and then the High Priestess is also there at the bottom of the deck. So there's a lot of spiritual support from God, from your team of angels, from your guides right now, moving you towards something. We'll see what that towards something may be. Okay, there is the clarifiers here. So the main energy today is the King of Earth, Virgo, Taurus and Capricorn energy, and then we have the world. So there may be a feeling of like huge opportunities coming in, because the world is about fresh starts and new opportunities. In this deck, in the Angel Tarot cards, it's called Archangel Michael. So call upon Archangel call upon Archangel Michael. I'm not redoing anything, I am live. Archangel Michael for support and help in regards to moving forward. And someone may really get recognized right now, in and around this time for a job well done. I'm getting very strong career vibes here. There could even be like a masculine energy who is a boss type figure, a mentor, that can really like say, you've done so amazing, right? So with the world, this is a closeout of energy, of course, there's a new cycle starting. And there's a lot of gratitude here. I'm feeling a lot of gratitude, okay, towards enlightenment and fulfillment. The world is always like new beginnings and opportunities. Of course, it's the last card in the major arcana. Just know Spirit is definitely supporting you with whatever you're doing right now, because we did have the Chariot come out twice when I was doing the shuffle, and the High Priestess as well, who is now on the bottom of the deck. So let's have a look and see what's your main energy. What does the collective need to know the most? So the King of Earth in this deck says that on the card that it's a successful time and to confidently accept opportunities, which the world is, those new opportunities that are offered to you. Okay, you have the Midas touch at this time. Let's have a look and see what you need to know the most. What does the collective need to know the most? Thank you, Spirit. Five of Cups in the reverse. Okay, and possible challenge. High Priestess wanted to come out again. I feel that Spirit is really supporting you, especially if you're trying to get over something on an emotional level. Spirit is helping you lift your head up and see the opportunities around you and possibly relieve you, I'm hearing, or get you out of like an emotional sadness. So if you have had to accept something on an emotional level, you are really being supported by Spirit right now to get past that, okay? And to look at all the opportunities you have around you. So yes, they're with loss, but there is new opportunities. And I do feel like you'll hear a lot of readers say that you have to make way for something new by releasing the old. So this is the type of energy we've got, but I feel that for a lot of you watching whose story that is, you're already releasing that, or you've already been praying for a release from something so that you can focus on something new. The challenge is the Eight of Pentacles. So this can talk about like, it may be quite challenging for you to focus on something new, but like it may, that something new may, you know, be a lot of hard work. It may be a project that it's not just like a day thing or a week thing. This may be a year in the making that you have to now look at. Okay, I've got this new job, it's a promotion, but I've got to learn A, B, and C. I've got to do this course, and I've got to do possibly more hours. So there's a challenge here. This is almost like setting yourself up for a lot of hard work in the near future. So you may have to really shuffle a schedule around, especially around your family. Possibly, you know, I'm getting for some of you, if you're transiting to work through like public transport, or, you know, where you park your car, there's that type of energy where you have to like anything around work may be a bit of a challenge. I'm not saying though, even though it's a challenge, that you're not going to enjoy the challenge, because, you know, for me as a Virgo, I do love a challenge, okay? And how is Spirit trying to help you? We have the Justice card. It came out in the reverse. So anything that's been difficult, whether it's a relationship, or, you know, if you've been in a previous job and you started a new one, and your old job, your bosses were, you know, I don't want to say the word, but, you know, they weren't very nice, or they were quite mean, or, you know, there was possible bullying or something going on there. The Justice card in reverse, Spirit is trying to help that be reversed back into the upright, okay? Spirit is also trying to help possibly something come out in the open that's possibly hidden. Okay, we'll clarify these shortly. Let's look at past, present, and future. Past. You possibly avoided a tower. Yes, you can avoid a tower. Someone asked me that in the comments last week. It was like, yeah, you can. If you follow Spirit's advice and focus, you can avoid a tower. Yes. So in the past, you possibly avoided a tower. It has come out in the reverse. Or something could have happened and you've got past it. All right, can be both things. Let's have a look at present. So present energy, as well as the World and the King of Pentacles. What else do we have for this present energy for support? Yeah, look at that. This is brilliant. So you're letting go. Now, it may not be on like a literal level you're letting go of a person, but you've definitely made a decision. So, you know, we talked about decisions in the past 2 weeks, that everyone had to make a decision, and like, what are you going to do about this decision you've got to make, and, you know, be patient and all this sort of thing. I do feel that in the present, if you haven't literally let go, you've mentally or emotionally let go of something. Okay, we will be clarifying these individually. Future energy for the collective, what's coming in. So there's a lot of career and also emotions. So fit this to your story. It will be different for everybody. Future energy, please, Spirit. Future energy for the collective. What do they need to know the most for future energy? That's not the card. Spirit, show me. So there's a slowing down energy here. I mean, we just talked about work to be done, but you can schedule, you can make planners, you can fit this in, you can prioritize. So what is, but there's a slowing down energy. Okay, we have the Knight of Cups. Yes, this wanted to come out before as well. So this could be love. there may be like a situation you're in where if you're with your partner and they've been emotionally closed, they're going to be more emotionally open. If you're single, there may be that you've been, you know, not had love in your life for a while and there's someone coming in. If you're if you're recently divorced or recently separated, you're very confidently getting over any emotional pain here, and you've dodged a bullet, by the way, guys, if that's your story, and you're ready to receive, because we also have the four of cups in the reverse. So spirit is sort of saying here, whatever's coming in for you, especially in regards to relationships, it could be a king of wands. We have a king of wands at the bottom of the deck, king of wands, male or female, and it may be someone at a distance. Okay, you also have the lovers at the bottom of the deck as well there. Okay, so let's clarify. All right, with what you need to know the most, we've got the Five of Cups in the reverse. Clarify with 3 cards, please, Spirit. With the Five of Cups in reverse. Wow, you got the Eight of Pentacles again. I feel that a lot of you are ready to, like, if this is love or anything that you've emotionally released, I think that you've learned from it. I think you acknowledge that you've learned from it. And it's not like for a lot of you that you will never love again or you don't want anything to do with anyone else. Like there's an acknowledgement of you've learned something from this. Okay. Seven of Swords in the reverse. Even though something may have been revealed, you're willing and able to get over this. Like I said, this will not be everyone's story. We'll see what comes out for each individual card. So we've got the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Perhaps you're being very strategic or been very strategic. This is what you need to know the most. And Six of Pentacles. So what you need to know the most is if you're recently getting over an emotional pain or burden, and it doesn't have to be romantic, it can be relationships. You've learned enough, you've worked hard enough to have the clarity. You may need to be strategic. I'm not picking up too much on why, but there is more balance coming in where you're going to be able to meet someone that is like very give and take and just very equal with energies. So why is the Seven of Swords here? Perhaps something has been shown to you, especially because the Justice card was in the reverse, and that's what Spirit, or how Spirit is trying to help you. There could be a female figure, Empress, or this could be you, that, you know, something made you super imbalanced or someone made you super imbalanced, especially within a relationship. And you're like, no, I've worked so hard on myself. I'm not going to let this situation get the better of me. It could be a female, though, that has been involved in some sort of deception. And then we've got the Ace of Cups and the Five of Cups in reverse. Again, that doesn't happen very often, okay, but I'll put that one back. So for a lot of you, you are like being very grateful, because I was picking up gratitude here, willing and acknowledging that you're going to start a new cycle and you're ready for it, okay? This is like a battle-hardened warrior here that's been through a lot, and you're like, no, like this is obviously a lesson that I had to learn. Okay, Eight of Pentacles, I do feel is about career, and this is in your challenge position. You've got the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. We'll keep that in the reverse. If I don't feel it should be in the reverse, I won't have it like that, okay? The Ace of Pentacles. Wow, you've got 2 aces in your reading here. So the challenge is that possibly you realize you have to work for longer than you thought you did. Maybe you made a plan to finish work and now you're like, oh, it was going to be a year, but now it's going to have to be 2 or 3. There's some sort of financial budget or plan that you possibly created. And Spirit's saying, you know, don't feel that you'll never ever be able to receive this Ten of Pentacles because it is in the reverse. There's maybe another opportunity, another way of making money, or that you do actually have enough and you can start something new. I've got an ant here. Whether it's business related or your own business or something. So there's something here about needing to slow down and look at other opportunities. Remember, we do have the World. that could create you money, or you could just be abundant in itself, right? 10 of Pentacles, without having to do that 9 to 5 job. So I'm not saying to anyone, or Spirit's not saying to leave work to anyone. And then you've got the King of Pentacles. So you've got the King of Pentacles twice. And it's this attitude of gratitude and the way you process money, your relationship with money. So if you're overworking, Spirit's saying you need to slow it down, because I keep getting that slow it down energy. And Spirit is trying to help you to get things into balance where you're able to have more time for family, more time for yourself. So there's something here about you are overworking, and you really know that you are overworking, and there's maybe another way. Okay, let's see why the Justice energy is here. The Justice card for how Spirit is trying to help you. Yeah, you're overburdened. I mean, some of you are just really overburdened. You are taking too much on. You need to prioritize things more. So there's a really strong feeling of you could make the same money or more doing something else, or you need to change your view of what abundance really is, because you may be able to cut your hours or downsize a home or something like that and actually be happier. Right now, I'm not telling anyone to do that. You know, you will need to make your own choices and decisions. But Spirit is trying to bring something into balance here, so you can prioritize things and drop some things that just don't matter anymore. What else is here for how is Spirit trying to help? Yeah, there's the world again. So you got the you got sorry, the world twice and the King of Pentacles twice. So there's something here about new opportunities definitely opening up, and Spirit's trying to put things into balance for you, so you won't be overburdened, and that 10 of Pentacles can turn its self around, because the Ace of Pentacles is a new opportunity, and possibly even a business opportunity, like you're creating your own business. Okay, let's see why you avoided the Tower in the past. What's this Tower that some of the collective avoided? Obviously not for everyone. Knight of Pentacles, the Strength card. That looks like a dog on this card, but it's actually a lion. Okay, what else? So you've had the strength to avoid a Tower by being very careful, possibly with your finances. This could be about a Leo. You could be a Leo. Possibly a Leo has given you some sort of support. But the Queen of Wands is spiritual. She's the most spiritual card in the tarot. This one does not have a black cat on it. Black cat or not, it's still the Queen of Wands, okay? So the Tower, avoiding a Tower in reverse in the past, because you've stayed spiritually strong in some capacity, and that means you've had some sort of faith. And the Knight of Pentacles is a slow moving knight. So even though things have been slow, so it's not really giving me any specifics here, but it is saying that even though things have been slow, and it could have been the past 10-year cycle, it could have been 5 years, it could have been just a very difficult time. Capricorn season, it is the card of Capricorn, was a really difficult time for most people. You know, we had the pandemic within that, and then post-pandemic, like, etc. So there's something here about your spiritual strength, team. You have just remained really steadfast in your faith. And that's why you have avoided things falling apart, because a lot of things have fallen apart for a lot of people, especially around the pandemic. But you've remained faithful. You've put one foot forward in front of another because of your spiritual strength. You've avoided something. I was very lucky. And I do feel this has got a lot to do with, like, from 2020 to now. I was very lucky to be able to keep working, and a lot of people, you know, lost jobs and whatever. But, you know, and you may have as well, but this is faith. And that's why the Justice is here in the upright, in, like, how Spirit is trying to help you with your life right now, to alleviate some sort of, like, weight where you don't have to work so hard. You've put in the work, you've done it, you've had faith. Okay, let's look at the present moment. You're letting go. What's the collective letting go of? What's the collective letting go of? Ace of Swords, no way. Because you're having clarity about something. You're letting go of your lack of perspective in regards to finances, in regards to love. Like you're letting something go on a mental level. I do feel here, especially with the Ace of Swords, you're getting clear. And yeah, look at that, about the lack of five of Pentacles. And it doesn't have to be about lack of money, although it could be. This is just like you're getting clear that you need to release some sort of lack of mentality about something in your life. And you know, like you have some sort of deep knowing, or you've seen some sort of tangible result. And you look at that deep knowing, the High Priestess. And we had the High Priestess before. So I feel that this is the main, you know, out of all these cards, these are, they're all important, especially with having faith and trust in spirit, with that avoiding a tower. But these are probably the most important 4 cards, because you're letting go of this lack of mentality, because you have this deep knowing that spirit will catch you when you fall type of energy. So this is really nice. Okay, let's look at future energy for those, like if you're not looking for love and you're just wanting to be more open-hearted, I think that's what is coming in, like through into 2026 as well. Just having, I've said this before in my readings this of late, being more open on an emotional level, making more friends, having bigger social circles that are more your kindred spirits. Okay, and then we have the 8 of Wands. So this is going to be coming in really quickly. Possibly some of you will be traveling, possibly towards a person as well, if you're looking for love. Okay, 6 of Swords. Yeah, some of you are definitely traveling. Temperance in the reverse, Sagittarius in the reverse. For those of you dealing with the Sagittarius, you're releasing, possibly. And then we have the 4 of Cups in the reverse, which we had over here somewhere. Now we had the 5 of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, so you got double 4 of Cups in reverse. I apologize. Yes, we do. So you're being more open-hearted and having a lot more faith, and things are moving really fast, especially in the love department, especially in romance, whether you're coupled or single or whatever. Okay, there's something here about like you're not putting up with people that are not patient with you, that are not equal with their, you know, affection towards you. So you're heading, someone's heading towards King of Cups. They don't have to be a water sign. And you're very clear. When you meet this person, you'll be very clear on who this is. Okay. And you are the Magician. So you've manifested a person, or you will be, like this person you're manifesting is coming in. Queen of Swords, male or female, she's like, they're very clear. When you meet this person, you will know. You will know this is your person. Okay, let's just pull a couple more cards. That was your weekly. I will be doing a Virgo live shortly. Unfortunately, I cannot do all signs. Otherwise, I will be here all day, okay? And I don't have the time. So, you know, later on when I'm not working in my primary job or not working, I will be focusing 100% on my YouTube channel. But unfortunately, I cannot do all signs. Let's just pull a couple more cards with anything else the collective needs to know today. And I hope you enjoyed it. I know I'm not doing free questions. Whoever's asking, this is not a live reading channel, a live free read channel. 10 of Pence in the upright. Spirit is reminding you with the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, manifest and you shall receive. That was your daily collective. I hope you enjoyed it. See you. Bye.